Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to the RC Retro channel. In this episode, we're going to be getting the Duratrax Evader BX out on the Deepwood Speedway for some action. But before we do that, we're going to talk about its features, compare it to two other Evader kits that Duratrax put out in a 6-year span, and then we're going to address the elephant in the room. Is this a Losi XX knockoff clone? I don't know, some people online seem to think so. And then I'm going to show you a vintage promo for the Evader, which I thought was pretty cool to share with all of you, and then we're going to have some fun with it. So there's really a lot to get to in this episode, so let's just jump right into it. In 2002, Duratrax released the Evader BX, and it came pre-built in two kits. One kit was with a Futaba radio system, and the other one was without. Both came with a photon speed 20-turn motor, Sprint ESC, and had the choice of 6 pre-painted bodies to choose from. Both of them came with molded composite chassis, included a ball diff, oiled filled shocks, universal joints, and full bearings. Seemed like you were getting a lot for your money with this kit. Then 2 years later, they released the BX Pro in 2004. This came with an Orion 15x2 modified motor, IntelliSpeed ESC, Proline racing tires, an upgraded graphite chassis, a slipper clutch, and of course, 6 different body colors to choose from. 4 years later, they released the EXB, which was considered an entry-level buggy. I'm really surprised here because 4 years later, you think they would take it to the next level, and they kind of regressed and went back to a basic entry-level buggy. So you got a Photon Speed 2 motor, molded composite chassis, dog bones, not universals, no bearings, it came with bushings, and then of course 6 different colored bodies to choose from. Now this Duratrax Evader BX is not mine. It actually belongs to Fix It Phil, owner of the Deepwood Speedway, and I was out there racing some of my RC cars and he busted this out and I was like, that's pretty awesome. I was like, hey, you think I can film it and borrow it and put it on the RC Retro channel? And he was like, absolutely. So here we are. And in doing some research on the Evader online, I came across, a couple of different forums where people mentioned Losi, the XX, and well, the XX came out, I believe, in 1994, almost 10 years before the Duratrax Evader, and they do have a lot of similarities, but I have not been able to confirm that this is actually a clone from the front to the rear as far as it being exact. There are some similarities and there are some differences, most notably the bottom of the chassis. While this is super clean, Phil had it out there, did a great job driving. But yes, the bottom does look very similar to a XX, and I don't have one in my collection to compare it to. I have a XXT, which is very similar, a little bit longer of a chassis, but that's where you could definitely see the similarity right there. And then if you take the body off, there's a whole brace in the front, very similar to the XXT, but slightly different. It does not have that bulkhead that's susceptible to braking that's found in the XX or the XXT. But yeah, it does look similar to it. Very similar to it. Can I say it's a clone? I'm not going to go out there and say it is, but they are similar, and I cannot confirm that. But if you have knowledge, drop some comments down below. Tell me what you think. Is this very similar to the XX? I'll let you guys be the judge. All right. Now, I came across online a pretty cool promo video, not of the Evader BX, but of the Evader BX Pro, which I thought was pretty cool. It's about 2 minutes, so I'm going to leave you going into that, followed by some action footage of the Duratrax Evader on the Deepwood Speedway. So enjoy the rest of the video.
Don't take your off-roading for granted. Take it to the extreme with the Evader EXP electric buggy from Duratrax. This is the ride that gets you into the action fast because it's ready from the get-go to get down and dirty. There's nothing to build and nothing to buy, and once you're out there, you'll stay in the action because the Evader EXB is built tough to take on unforgiving terrain. The axles and drive shafts are made of hardened steel. The gear diff is maintenance-free, Even the chassis itself is designed to be durable. Extra protection is provided for the motor and servo, and if that's not enough, the EXB features molded MagnaFlex parts. They bounce back from impacts that can stop other buggies in their tracks. For adapting to different off-road conditions, the suspension, motor mount, and slipper clutch are adjustable. And even with its affordable price, this buggy boasts quality components such as a Photon Speed 2 motor, a Sprint 2 ESC with reverse, and a 2-channel tactic radio system. Plus, there are loads of hop-ups you can add to trick out your Evader EXB even more. When it comes to getting the most bang for your buggy buck, the Evader EXB has all the right stuff.
We're gonna have some good bloopers for this video. Cool shot.
In this episode, we're going to be taking a look. No, not taking a look. Out for some action in the Deepwood Speedway. But first, I don't like that. On the Deepwood Speedway. Getting the Duratrax Evader BX out on the port. No, we don't race there anymore. And compare it to two other Evader kits that Duratrax put out in an 8-year span. Fuck, it was a 6-year span.